Destroy Lonely is an artist that's been getting a ton of attention this past year with his most recent hits such as No Stylist, Veteran, and most recently If Looks Could Kill. He's already starting to establish a name in the industry and a lot of people are starting to catch on to his sound. In this video I'm going to be going over from scratch how you guys can make those dark synthetic beats for him. I'm going to be going over the entire melody making process all the way up to your drum selection and pattern. Let's get into it. Alright, we are in FL here, and as far as the tempo goes, after listening to his last album, I felt like he liked a lot of the beats that were a little bit slower for the rap side. I think anything from like 120 to 140 BPM is going to be perfect for this. And starting off with your beginning melodies, I think it's crucial that you have a great VST to accompany with making these melodies. Some VSTs I suggest would be Serum, Electra X, Xenology could be good, and also Analog Lab is going to be good as well. But if you try to make a beat like this with using something like X-Band, I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you. So I'm going to go to Serum because I know I have some good banks in here. I pretty much just all have Sunboy's banks. If you guys don't know who Sunboy is by now, then go watch my other Ken Carson and Playboy Cardi tutorials, you'll see. But starting off, I think I'm going to start off with something like a pad or a key just to get the foundation down. Well, I like that right there. It's a nice tone. So I'm just going to first lay down a chord here. There. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to route this to channel 1. I'm going to put some parametric EQ on it. And you definitely, like, as starting off, I think he likes a lot of the darker beats, but like more on the dark synthetic side. So I definitely find a synthetic sound and then try and find some dark chords to start off with. So I want to layer this with a pad, make it sound a lot more full. I feel like this would sound good with a Vox on top of it too. So I'm going to go to Xenology. I've been using Xenology for like a lot more unique sounds. I feel like if you have Xenology paired with something like Portal or like some other VST that can kind of warp your melodies, I think those can go really well together in making just unique synthetic melodies. We'll route this to a channel. Just add a little bit of reverb on it. Oh. I want it to cut off right here and then kind of come back in. Just gonna real quick render this as an audio clip. Put it in here. I'm gonna create an automation clip with the reverb. I want the reverb to stay out except for this last part here because I want it to just kind of sustain. I want to set the tone of that really dark tone with the bass. I don't want to just get a synthetic bass though. I kind of want to add my own sound to it, something a little bit more unique. So I'm going to add just a couple orchestral elements, something like a real like guitar bass or something just like that. Maybe like some strings in there too, maybe. Go to this clean Fender. So by now we pretty much have our main melodies down. Now I just kind of want to add maybe a few more secondary melodies, add some unique stuff to it, make it sound a little bit more cool. I know what I'm going to add. Go to gross beat and then I'm going to put a gate on. I'm going to put some HYTP2. This is just a tremolo plugin. I'm going to put this fade in. Alright, so I'm just going to add two more things to this melody. Because I added that lead, that makes it a little bit more kind of bouncy, like the melody as a whole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more sound to kind of add more to that bounce, especially when the drums come in. I want the melody to have a little bit of bounce as well. So I'm going to add something like that, and then I'm just going to go in Omnisphere, which I'm doing right now, and I'm going to just add like FX or kind of like maybe like an ambient bell in the beginning. I'm probably not going to add this into the melody, but I just want to show you guys this. If you guys are kind of struggling midway during your melody to find out what you need to add to your melody to make it sound a little bit better, a little bit more unique, one thing that I love doing, and a lot of other producers like Nick Mira love doing is you go to a plugin, something like Electra X, Omnisphere, something that has an ARP, and you pretty much copy and paste the chords that you have from your main melody into the place that has ARPs, and you just try and find ARPs that you can layer over your melodies, and that one makes it sound a lot more full, but it also makes it sound a lot more unique as well. So I definitely try that out if you guys don't already do that. Alright, but anyways, that right there is good for the melody, so now let's start to move on to the drums. So for the drums, I'm just going to use this Hyperpop kit that I got from Reddit. I think just any like of those new 2020 to 2023 synthetic sounds for drum kits are going to be perfect. I'm going to have it kind of roll up. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something a little bit more unique here. Those hi-hats make it so much more bouncy. Gonna put a little bit of shift on them too. Lastly, I'm just gonna add the snare. I'm gonna shorten it a little bit too. Sorry, one last thing. It's just gonna be this kick, and then this will be it. The last thing it needs is going to be Destroy Lonely's voice. But in total, that is how you make a Destroy Lonely beat. This is my first ever Destroy Lonely tutorial, and shout out to my editor for suggesting this. I actually decided to take a look at Destroy Lonely's music, ended up loving it, and decided I wanted to make a tutorial for it. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. I very much appreciate it. Feel free to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from this video. And you guys can also go check out my Instagram at ProdLucent if you guys want to go tap in with me. But that wraps it up for me. Here's the full beat. Catch you on the next video, but until then, I'm out.
Play that back, Lucent. Lucent.